Hello. So the Overwatch World Cup is coming up soon. It starts in just a few days on October 29th, and Blizzard have just revealed the viewership rewards for the Overwatch World Cup. So I figured it would be really good information for people to go over them and also where and more importantly when you can get them. So of course the where is pretty simple. They're just going to be Twitch drops. You can get them from the Play Overwatch channel, the Overwatch Contenders channel. There's also going to be streamers and content creators who are going to be hosting watch parties for the group stage and grand finals. And of course some of the confirmed co-streamers right now are Emongg, Flats, and J3. So just tune into the World Cup at any of these streams and you should make progress towards getting those drops. So what are the drops for the Overwatch World Cup? So there are 3 different drop tables that are available over the course of the Overwatch World Cup. 2 different ones during the group stage, and then 1 during the finals. So going over what you get for the first table for the World Cup group stage, which takes place on October 29th and October 30th. For a total of 3 hours watched, you get the World Cup Group A team sprays, and Group A consists of South Korea, Colombia, Mexico, and Finland. For a total of 7 hours watched, you get the Orisa World Cup home and away skins. They're both pretty neat, especially the home skins. I just think the orange and black color scheme looks really good on all of these skins. And then the away skin is kind of just there. You get them together, so I mean, you're going to be getting it anyways if you want the really cool home skin color schemes, but damn do they kind of just look very plain. The one unique thing with the Orisa skin is that the spear is actually a different color than the regular spear color, but you basically can never tell because in-game the spear always just glows green with that weird Orisa energy that she got, so yeah, a cool detail, but one you're very unlikely to notice in-game. For a total of 10 hours watched, you get the World Cup Group B team sprays, and Group B consists of Great Britain, Australia, Brazil, and Canada. And then the last drop is for 14 hours watched, you get the Farah World Cup home and away skins. I'll just sell those off again with the weapons. It's pretty clean. The orange and black color scheme just looks really nice. Wish I could say the same thing about the away skin. But I mean, everything is someone's cup of tea, so I'm sure there are some people out there who prefer the away versions of these skins. So then the next set of drops will be active from October 31st to November 1st. For this set of drops, for 3 hours watched, you get the World Cup Group C team sprays, and Group C consists of China, Spain, Hong Kong, and Thailand. So for a total of 7 hours watched, you get the Echo World Cup home and away skins, and Echo probably gets the worst of it when it comes to these Overwatch World Cup skins, because the home one, she just looks orange. It's just like almost entirely orange. He almost looks like a traffic cone. And then the away skin is somehow even worse because he's just completely white. It just looks like the default Echo skin. Like, I would bet you money that you could successfully gaslight someone into thinking that this was the default Echo skin if you just showed it to them and just kept telling them it was the default skin. They'd eventually believe it at some point, especially if you don't show them the back, because the back does have the little Overwatch World Cup icon on it. So then for 10 total hours watched during this block, you get the World Cup Group D team sprays, and Group D includes the United States, Saudi Arabia, France, and Japan. And then finally, 14 hours watched gets you the Zarya World Cup home and away skins. And I'll just sell them, they're just kind of Zarya skins. Granted, they're probably some of the better Zarya skins in the game, just because they have a unique color scheme and just don't look horrible, because like it feels like 90% of Zarya skins, even the legendaries, just look worse than her default outfit. So having more color schemes for Overwatch 2 Zarya is just nice, because it really feels like none of her legendaries or epics have really hit that hard at all. I honestly think most people would agree that Zarya probably has some of the worst skins in the game. And then finally, the big event, the World Cup final drop list. The finals will take place at BlizzCon, so they will be on November 3rd to November 5th. For 1.5 hours watched, you get the World Cup 2023 Let's Russ spray. For 4.5 hours watched, you get the Ana World Cup home and away skins. These are probably the 2 I'm most excited for because I really like the look of the sniper rifle that Overwatch 2 Ana has. So just having more color schemes for Overwatch 2 on it is nice. Also, yeah, something unique that a lot of people might not know about is that different skins will actually have unique weapon models for the sleep dart. It's like very hard to notice in game, but you can definitely see when you pull it up in the menu that, yeah, it's a different color scheme. Next up, for 6 hours watched, you get the World Cup 2023 Let's Dive spray. For 9 hours watched, you get the Bastion World Cup home and away skins. Nothing really unique to say about these ones. I'll just put them each up on screen and give you some time to check them out. Next up, for 10.5 hours watched, you have the World Cup 2023 Top 16 name card. Now, this is not to be confused with the name cards for specific teams. This is just a single name card that has the little logos for each of the top 16 teams on it. Also a picture of it on screen so you can see what it looks like. But yeah, it could be pretty neat. Name cards are honestly one of my favorite new cosmetics just because they do actually appear all the time in like competitive, in the startup screen, on your profile. They appear everywhere, so having more options for just cool things to do with them is nice. Even if they're nothing major or really cool, it's something that's at least noticeable in, you know, normal gameplay, which is something that you can't really say for souvenirs, which just who even uses them, and there's like no way to really make use of them outside of manually equipping them over emotes that are infinitely better in most cases. But enough of that. The final World Cup drop that's available is for 13.5 hours, and it is the Doomfist World Cup home and away skins. And these ones are probably my second favorite. I just really like the color scheme that gets put onto the gauntlet. Probably one of the few that I really think that both the home and away versions are pretty neat in their own way. So yeah, if you want the cool Doomfist skin, then just grind Grand Finals. Honestly, just grind everything out. All you have to do is leave the stream open, or heck, maybe you could even watch it if you're just that unhinged. But yeah, those are all the drops that are available. But there's still more weird stuff relating to the World Cup and different rewards, so let's go over that. So the first thing, I'll just kind of showcase them for people that might not see them, but if you looked in the shop, you might have seen the Overwatch World Cup crowdfunding bundles, and basically these are just bundles that 25% of the revenue from sales of these cosmetics will go directly into the Overwatch World Cup prize pool. Now, just to go over those quickly and showcase them, we have the Sojourn Water Warrior legendary skin. This is honestly the first Sojourn skin that we've gotten that actually feels like it should be a legendary skin. Cool visual effects, a really cool weapon, just a very nice skin in general. And it is nice that at least some of the money from the bundle will actually be going to the Overwatch World Cup teams and not just lining Blizzard's pockets. Although a majority of the money will still be lining Blizzard's pockets, it is kind of sad that only 25% is going to go to the Overwatch World Cup teams. It easily should have been at least 50, if not more. If not, you know, all of it would have been a really cool gesture that they could make towards the Overwatch community. But no. And in addition to the Water Warrior Sojourn skin, you have the Lucio Boleru skin. Please don't bully me, I tried my best. But this is just a nice little Overwatch World Cup themed recolor of the Lucio football skins that he got a couple of for the summer games, I believe. And I think it's a pretty nice bonus just to get that in addition to, you know, the actually really cool Sojourn skin. And there is a bundle that costs less money that gives you just the Lucio skin, as well as the Overwatch World Cup weapon charm. Wow, that's a steal. I really want that weapon charm. My god, thank god they put the weapon charm in there. Really makes that bundle worth it. Yeah, about just as exciting as the weapon charm, we have the Overwatch World Cup gold souvenir. Just look at it in all its glory. It's incredible. If you actually buy this and equip it, you will be in the 0.00001%. You will be the only person who has this equipped. I guarantee it. Next up, you get different name cards for the top 16 teams for the Overwatch World Cup. These are actually pretty nice, especially if your own home country is represented, or, you know, just a country that you really like is represented, maybe. But yeah, just a nice bonus that actually, you know, represents the different countries that are participating in the Overwatch World Cup, or that made the top 16 at least. Oh yeah, and then last you get a Sojourn voice line. That's something, isn't it? But wait, there is even more, because we also have Milestone rewards. Now what these are is that from selling the crowdfunding bundles in the Overwatch store, as the total prize pool hits specific thresholds, just cosmetics and player icons will be distributed to all Overwatch 2 players for free, regardless of if you actually participated in crowdfunding by purchasing the bundles or not. Now, we have no idea what these milestones are in terms of how much money needs to be crowdfunded in order to get to them, but we do know what the rewards will be. So the first milestone will be player icons for each of the 43 teams competing in the 2023 World Cup, featuring their little logo and the country's name on it. I'll try and put up pictures of all of the player icons if I can find them, so you can check them all out, which I mean, kind of really cool if you want to represent your country. They look pretty nice. And then the second milestone will be weapon charms for the top 16 teams competing in the 2023 World Cup. So yeah, if your team didn't make it, fuck you, I guess. Yeah, here are the 3 little examples of what the weapon charms look like. They're just weapon charms. Expect the same kind of design that they use for, like, you know, all of the Overwatch League teams, but just put on a weapon charm. And yeah, that's pretty much it for all of the Overwatch World Cup stuff, all the drops and everything. Please like and subscribe if you want to, no pressure or anything. And be sure to keep notes on if you do actually want any of the skins or other rewards that are available, so that you go and you watch the stream at the correct time. Because it's not like the time watched will roll over between the different drop tables. It has to be specifically watching during that time period. So if you watched, you know, 14 hours on October 29th and October 30th, that watch time will not count towards the drops on the 31st and November 1st, or the drops from November 3rd to November 5th for the finals. All of these drop tables are different, and you can get all of them if you watched, you know, Overwatch World Cup for like the entire duration of it. So yeah, hopefully people found this showcase useful. Please like if you did, and until next time, see ya.